Welcome to the Cigar Cypher, the podcast where the rich aroma of tobacco meets the spark of conversation. Let us guide you through the captivating world of cigars, from the ancient art of rolling to the secrets of perfect pairings with coffee, whiskey, rum, and more. Whether you're a seasoned aficionado or just curious about your first puff, this is your invitation to join the Cypher. So grab your favorite cigar, settle in, and let's get started. The Cigar Cypher, a member of the Buenos Dias Media Podcast Network, where the smoke tells the story.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Cigar Cypher Podcast, brought to you by Buenos Dias Media, where we break down the culture, the craft, and the conversations that matter to cigar smokers everywhere. Today, we're going to be talking about something that is making waves far beyond California. And that's that famous unflavored tobacco list, better known as the UTL. And trust me, this is one of those moments where politics, paperwork, and premium cigars collide.
The views and opinions expressed by the host, guest, and/or participants of this show do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Buenos Dias Media LLC, its associates, partners, and show sponsors. The content is intended for entertainment purposes and should not be construed as professional advice. Listener discretion is advised.
So here's the deal. California's Department of Justice, they just rolled out emergency regulations to create this quote-unquote unflavored tobacco list. So what does that mean? Basically, what it means is that every tobacco product sold in the state has to be registered as unflavored to stay on shelves. So any tobacco manufacturer brand out there right now, they have to basically get on this list in order to be considered unflavored, which just makes no sense, because if you're not on the list, then you're out. Now, technically, premium cigars are supposed to be exempt from flavor bans. But here's the problem. No one is sure what that exemption actually means. And the filing deadline for companies to get their cigars on the list, it's October 9th. Yeah, that's right. It's around the corner. And it's easy to say, well, I just won't do business with California. It doesn't affect me because I don't live in the West Coast. But the problem here, ladies and gentlemen, is that California is usually the place where nonsense like this is born. And then, sadly, other places and states, they begin adapting, they start looking and piques their interest. And it's like they want to be a part of it. Until soon enough, this nonsense goes across the 50 states and beyond. And this is where organizations like Cigar Rights of America, right, or CRA, comes in. They sent a letter straight to the California's Attorney General asking for clarity. And honestly, they're asking the exact questions that all of us in the industry have been wondering. So let's break those questions down. Question number 1. What counts as a premium cigar exemption? I mean, think about it. Is it based on price? Is it based on the way it's made? Is it the wholesale value? I mean, nobody knows. Does a $6 handmade cigar count? Or only for those that are $12 and up? And if you let government set the definition, as we usually see, you can bet they will get it wrong. Because as usual, you have these small groups of people that sit in these rooms with these bloated salaries and have no clue about what's really going on, but these are the people that make the decisions that affect the masses. Question number 2. How do we register packaging and samplers? Say you've got a cigar that comes in a box of 20, a box of 10, and the sampler with 3 other brands. Do you have to register each one separately? And who's responsible when multiple manufacturers are in the same pack? It just sounds like a paperwork nightmare. And it sounds like these types of things like make it difficult. I always say that they do it on purpose to discourage people from getting into the business. But it also sounds like a lot of small businesses getting taken out by this nonsense. Question number 3. Who can actually file? Is it only the manufacturer? Can the importer do it? Can the brand owner? Because right now, it's unclear. And in government speak, unclear usually means expensive mistakes. But the mistakes aren't for them. It's usually for us. They confuse us and they make all these, ridiculous rules and these, things that not everybody's aware of everything. And then once they catch you slipping on one without you even knowing, it becomes an expensive mistake for those of you who are trying to make it out there in the world. Number 4 question. Will retailers get a sell-through period? If a shop already has product in their humidor that isn't registered by October 9th, are you at least going to give them time to sell it? Or are they going to be stuck eating that inventory overnight? That's the difference between surviving and shutting down for some mom and pop lounges and cigar shops. Now, CRA isn't saying flavored tobacco should stay. Not what they're saying at all. They support cracking down on illegal flavored products. No one's defending those cotton candy vapes. The issue is how rushed this process has been. Mike Copperman, the executive director of CRA, nailed it when he said, "From the beginning, this regulation was rushed through on an emergency basis, with little opportunity for meaningful input from stakeholders in the premium cigar industry." And that's the problem. Emergency rules. No time for feedback and a deadline that forces manufacturers and shops into scramble mode, right? With no clear instructions. Like I said before, this isn't just a California issue. When the biggest state in the country sets up rules like this, other states pay attention. What happens in California doesn't stay in California. Just like a virus, it spreads. If the rules aren't clear, here's what could happen. Manufacturers waste time and money on red tape instead of making cigars. So now you know, what does that lead to? Backed up inventory. Retailers, they risk losing inventory overnight. Because if they have a bunch of product that hasn't been registered and all of a sudden is deemed to be quote unquote illegal, what are they supposed to do with this? And the consumer, you and me, end up with the shit end of the stick. We end up with fewer choices and higher prices. And all of this, mind you, while premium cigars are supposed to be exempt. This is exactly why organizations like CRA exist, to push back, demand answers, and remind lawmakers that premium cigars are not the same as mass market tobacco. I think that's the biggest issue, in my opinion. Because they look at tobacco products and they lump everything together. Premium cigars, cigarettes, vapes, these juices or whatever it is that they use. And they lump everything together, and it should not be that way. Cigars are different. They're handmade in most cases. They're all pure, right? I mean, it's funny because these are the same states that will defend marijuana use. Oh, because it's natural and it's okay. But then cigars are all natural, and yet they want to be lumped in with all other things that are not. So here's the bottom line. CRA has asked the California Department of Justice to pump the brakes, push that October 9th deadline, and bring some real clarity before the first unflavored tobacco list is published. Because in the end, cigars aren't just tobacco. They're heritage, their culture, and craft. And if we let rushed regulations go unchecked, we risk losing more than just a cigar. We risk losing a tradition. So until next time, my friends, stay informed, stay engaged, and keep protecting the leaf. This has been the Cigar Cypher Podcast. Until next time, light up slow, smoke with purpose, and never let anyone else define your passion.